When we're running around in our 30s and on, getting older is something that most people just dread. But what if instead of getting worse, life got better in many ways? I want to give you 5 things that I wish I knew earlier on. The first one is happiness increases. If you think that the happiest years are when you're younger and after that everything goes downhill, that's something that we're used to seeing in the culture, but it's not the way life plays out. Research based on the U curve of happiness reports that stress increases and happiness decreases during the 20s and 30s when people are just trying to get established, and around 40 to 50, it's kind of at its lowest because that's a time of multiple responsibilities, work, family, financial, taking care of parents, and more. The good news is that with each passing decade, our state of happiness gets better and better. The 50s are better than the 40s, the 60s are even better than the 50s, and so on. There's greater peace and freedom waiting for you, and you can get a head start with what I'm going to tell you next. Number 2, do not care so much what other people think. So many of us are conditioned to be people pleasers and to put others' needs before our own. There's also a huge amount of pressure, much of it from social media, to look a certain way, to dress a certain way, to have the latest gadgets. Realize that this is all commercially driven to make us actually feel insecure, so we buy more stuff. It has nothing to do with how worthy you are. That's something that is with you always. If and when you break through these false messages to connect with your core essence, that is a way to supercharge your life from the inside and set you free from the comparison culture. That tends to happen anyways as people get older, which leads us to number 3, find your own definition of success. There's so much pressure to fit into someone else's definition of success. There's no freedom in that. It's more important to know how you define success. What values are most important to you? What kind of work makes you engaged and curious? What puts you into a flow state when hours feel like minutes? That may just be your calling, which is much more meaningful than just working another meh job. There's a saying, the purpose of your life is to discover your gift, the work of your life is to develop it, and the meaning of your life is to give your gift away. Earlier in life, it's all about finding and developing your gift, and that thing, that lights you up and resonates with your unique self. Knowing this purpose and building your work around it is what the Japanese call ikigai. Don't postpone putting your attention there. Number 4 is protect your energy. This one is about inner peace. We all know that energy is contagious. When you walk into a room and someone's laughing their head off, you're likely to start laughing too, even if you haven't heard the joke. But if you walk into a room when someone's deeply depressed, it's hard not to feel those vibes. The good news is that we get to choose and even curate our friends, those closest to us. Because as we change and grow, others don't necessarily do the same. So don't hang around crabs. Maybe you've heard the crab story, that they want to pull you back into the bucket, and make sure that you stay the same as them. But be with people who encourage you to be your authentic and quirky self. Go after your dreams and stand in the best version of you. Take care of these friendships. They will last. And if you feel depleted when you're with other people, that's a sign that something needs to change, which leads us to manage your energy. If you want to have more agency in your life, and who doesn't, one secret is to be able to manage your energy. Viktor Frankl has a quote, between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space lies our freedom and power to choose our responses. In our responses lies our growth and our freedom. So if you can take a pause before reacting and decide how you want to show up, this is a huge advantage in life. Also, If you are the chief strategist in your life, and you are, this is going to serve you well. We're not taught communication skills. That's another thing. If you can learn those, that's huge. And there's one more aspect. Take care to replenish yourself energetically, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Find a couple of healthy ways that you enjoy to do this. And also, don't forget to play. And that works whatever age you are. So happy we could be together, sending you so much love. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.